Okay, great. Thank you very much for answering. Okay, so yes, like I said, I'm Nisbet. I'm actually from INFX. I'm a business development manager at INFX, and I'm going to be hosting you today on behalf of Swing Traders Club to this session. So without wasting much time, we are going to do EuroUSD today. So I'm loading my chart for EuroUSD. So this is EuroUSD on 15 minutes time frame. Is it my audio or your audio? Because I believe everyone can hear me, no? So without wasting much time, like I said last time, whenever I do my analysis, I start from the monthly time frame. So today I said to you, I'm going to do a full analysis with you guys. And then, yeah, I'm going to show you how we do this. Okay, great. So this is my monthly time frame. This is what is happening on a monthly time frame. Is the audio fine for everyone? Because I heard someone is saying my audio is a bit low or so. Okay, so this chart, as you can see, it starts from 1994. Okay, great. So this is the chart from 1994. So as you can see now, like I said earlier on, you have to identify the trend. So where the trend is going, that's the first thing that you do. So what is the trend? As you can see before, this was a downtrend. The market was actually moving in a downtrend here. I love to use yellow for my major trends. So as you can see, there was this sort of like a channel which was formed from that point to that point, and then the market had to move in a downtrend, and then there was a breakout there. Okay, so this is what we call a trend. So the market was trending in this format. Also, as you can see from there to that point in this manner, okay. Also, the market was what? It was moving. It was in an uptrend. This was an uptrend, right? Okay. So like I said before, it's not a matter of the chart being beautiful, but it's a matter of doing the right thing when it comes to drawing trend lines. So those I've seen people, they will try and adjust so that it can be a perfect breakout and retest. But that's not the case. The case is about the first 2 points, which is this. So this was an uptrend. Okay. So, but we don't mind about this. So what we saw, we can see that on my monthly time frame, I can observe that, okay, there was an impulse, then there was a correction there. So if I'm to measure this with my strategy, if I'm to measure this, it's actually in the zone, you see, it's in this zone of the 88.6, which is the top hand zone. So to me, that was a breakout and retest. And then with this movement, it actually confirms to give me my my Elliott wave one. So this is 0, that's my 1, and then that's my 2 there, and then this is my 3. As you can see, this is a correction of 4 and then a correction of 5. So by this movement, let me just, okay, yeah, it's fine. By this movement, now I have a full cycle here. This is a full cycle here. Okay. So in this also, what I see here, I can see there's an ABC or a WXY. It depends which one do I use. Okay, let's use the W. So for this 1, 2, 3, 4 movement, and then okay, it's fine. Let me use the same color here. Okay, so this is X, W, and then Y to confirm my wave 2. Okay, so this is what is happening. So remember, like I said, with this strategy, it is actually constructed in 2 ways. there's what we call the impulsive wave and the correction. So the correction is this one that we get in wave 2 and here in wave 4. But the other thing that I want you to see, let me try to zoom so that you can see something. Okay, let's put it this way, because I want you to see this part. So with this part now of correction, what happens is, can you see that there's a correction here? Okay. So with this type of correction, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So to me, and then it becomes my A, B, C, D, E, the triangular correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, sorry, and then 5 to give me this 4. So I want to show you how a full cycle is formed. And as I say, today I'm going to do a full analysis. Okay, so can you see that here we have got the WXY to give us this 2. And then here we got our 3. And then we've got an A, B, C, D, E to give us 4. And then we've got another rally to give us 5. But in all this happening, let me just close my WhatsApp because again it's disturbing me. So with all this happening now, I'm just gonna shrink it so that we can have something like this. Okay. So by doing this now, this is my cycle. This is the first what you call trend that we saw, which is an uptrend, which gives me a full cycle of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By doing that, it completes to give me what? A bigger wave 1. So this becomes my 1 now. It becomes my, this becomes my 0. Then this becomes my 1. And then a 2, 3, 4, 5. Later, we'll talk about these ones later. So let's go yellow. And then also let's change to this micro, something like this. Okay, it's because these ones are low, so I can't, my 2 has to come down there for this to be adjusted. Okay, so we'll talk about these later. Let's not worry about those, but I wanted to see that you guys to see that this was the full cycle now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to give me this one. And then the same principles apply. Now we are measuring from this point to that point. So with other traders now, what they do now, they discover what you call the range of the market. So in this case, on a monthly time frame, we've got this market, it moved from here, and then also, and then this was the high. So in other cases, this is the what? This is the low, and then this is the high. So that's the high of the market. So as you can see now, then my correction, for those who have been following me, they know that my correction, this is what I call the dip zone, the 78.6. That's where the market now came into. So we are expecting this is one for my wave 2. Then by doing so, what are we expecting? We're expecting wave 3. So how do you expect wave 3? I'm just going to show you. So my wave 3 target, it can go as far as up there with my strategy. You see that? Okay, great. But you are not worried about that right now. That's the future. So we just going to go step by step. So guys, if you have questions, you can ask along, and then I will be also responding to your questions because I don't want you guys to get lost. Okay, great. So any questions so far so good? Let's talk. We only have 45 minutes. If you don't finish, we'll finish next week. So we need to be fast. Any questions? How can you get the recording? Okay. The recording, you get it on my YouTube. I'm gonna post the video. You get it on YouTube. So I will send the link on my Telegram channel. So for those who are not in my Telegram channel, you have to go and look for Swing Traders Club. on Telegram, which is just hold on. Unfortunately, I removed my WhatsApp there, but let me quickly check it for you. Okay, for those who know how to get my link, you can share it with everyone. Okay, I'm trying to put my Telegram right now. So my Telegram, okay, great. So that's my Telegram. Okay, thank you for asking. So anyway, so like I said, we are in the zone. So now we are dealing with this correction. So remember, the sequence is the same. So the market usually moves in similarities. So what happened here is what we are also expecting on the bigger wave. So this is the smaller one, this is a bigger one. So this type of correction which happened here is the same type of correction that we expected. But anyway, okay. So you have to know, you have to be able to adjust and be dynamic. So there we go now. Now we're looking for this trend. So as you can see, so normally when you draw the trend, let me teach you a secret about trend line. So when you draw the trend line, this point is not the point that you have to worry about it first, because this is my X point, and then I'm looking for the first touch. So my first touch is on this one, and my second touch is there. So I'm worried about this touch. So this is the touch that I take in consideration. And then here at the bottom, this is the touch that I take in consideration as well. Something like this. Okay. Okay, and then at this point, what happened here? So now we have this. That was my base. But now and then the market, what they do, they extended it. So remember, this is a monthly time frame. I want to teach you a secret. So what am I expecting, or what did they do actually? Let's check. So normally what they did is in this zone, they will come and spike. Can you see? Because this is the lowest part, but unfortunately they didn't make that big spike. So they'll come and spike. So this spike is the stop hand, but the level that they are actually respecting is this one. So this was the stop hand level for them, to them, these market makers. So they were hunting for stop losses there. Okay, let me use the dash, the dotted. Okay, this is the dotted. Okay. Okay, great. So now we have discovered this one. We no longer need this. Now we're dealing with this. So, okay, now we see that, okay, there's a movement one, and then there's a movement there to give us this leg, and then that leg, that leg. So with all this, there is what we call, with our Elliott wave count, this is our first leg, right? So this can be, this is my A, and then this is my B. Can you see that? My B is this movement here. So there's inside B there was so that I said this is my A, and then this is the beginning of my B, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this, only this is B, and then it gave me another leg, and then there's another C, then there's a D, and then there's a E. But remember what I said? I said to you guys, when you are doing Elliott waves, there is no wave 2 what do you call, there's no triangle in a wave 2. So with this movement, it can be what? It can only be a WXY, can only be a zigzag in this moment. Okay, so how do you read this zigzag? So now, the most important part that you must take note of is this part, this ending part. So I'm going to tell you the reason why we do that. So now we're going to pay more attention at this part. This part. Okay, so now we end up having something like this. So by doing that, also we can take note of this part, but as you can see with this one, it also comes into that area, which is fine as well. So with this construction, this was a construction of A, B, C. to give me this W. So let me label it for you. So in this case, we get this is my 0 point, and then we get my A, and then we get my B, then we get my C. I'm sorry about this color. This color is not that clear. I'm gonna change it now. Let's use white for everything. Okay. So like we said, we got our A at this point, and then we got our B at this point, and then we got our C at this point. And then in doing that, that's when we also get that WXY. So by doing that, then we get 0 leg again to give us this whole W, and then we expect XY. Okay, there's a question. Hi guys, joining this live for the first time. Oh, thank you very much for joining for the first time, sir. So, like I said to you, each and every leg, it has got its own formation and it has got its own name, its own definition. But I'm not going to go much into details because I don't have much time. But for those who want more details, like detailed lessons, you could contact me and then I will do that. I wanted to explain about this part because I see a lot of people now they're getting lost. Let me actually reduce it to 1, and then I can use the solid, that's fine. So this part, so this whole part of it is the part which formed this B. So like I was explaining earlier, I said this is my A, and then I get an A, B, C, D, E. Can you see this one was a triangle inside to give me this B? And then after that, we get another movement to give me what? To give me my C. So in doing that now I get my ABC. So that's how my ABC was formed. So this part now, it was not an incomplete part. So this way it ended. And then by doing that, it gave me this leg for W. Okay. And then after that, now when I do the this other leg for X. So as you can see, also the market came 1, 2, 3, and ABC. So each and every time a correction, it is formed with ABC, ladies and gentlemen. And then by doing that, they gave me this X. So remember, this is my wave 2. And then now we're gonna deal with this Y. So we now know in our mind that we've got this Y. And remember back there, we realized that, okay, this text so that we don't forget. So we said this part is what is the 78.6%, right? Sorry. We said 78.6% zone. And what my deeper wave 2 correct. Okay, wave 2 zone, it's fine. So something like this, let's reduce it to 12, and then I make it bold. Which color do you like? Okay, let's try orange. Okay, and then okay. So we know that this is my deeper zone. Don't forget, we already measured the zone. Okay, great. So now this is what we have now. So this is what happened here in this correction. So any questions so far? Questions, ladies and gentlemen. So now I have my WXY. So in other terms, it can be what? This is a double zigzag. So this is 1, 2. So the market can come again and form another X, and then come again for what? For Z. So this becomes my, and it becomes this one, the W. This is what we call the triple combo. It's called a triple zigzag. It becomes WYZ. So it's called WYZ. So the X is the neutral. So same applies here. This is a double zigzag. So it's called WY. And then the X is just there for neutralizing. Anyway, so that's it. So that's what we are seeing currently. Okay. And then let's zoom in now. And then we are somewhere here. So now we are here. What happened with this? Okay, sorry, I took it that side. Okay, so now we go to weekly. Okay, now we go to weekly. Let's try. So so this part, then we say this is there. Okay, so now we are worried about this part now. So is it? So we saw this one to give us this one, right? Something like this. Okay. So I want you to also to see something. Can you see that there's a movement 1, 2, 3 to give you a leg, and then a correction, and then this other leg. So we've got two different types of legs here. We've got this. So remember, these are corrective legs. We are still in a correction. We've got this, and we've got that, and also at the same time we've got this from there to there, somewhere there, right? And then also we've got that. Can you see that? Okay, so I'm gonna label this. So this was 1, 2, 3 to give me my first leg. So this 1, 2, 3, and then to give me this. But let's change the color now because this color is for the outer one. Okay, yeah, this one is visible. So we've got this A, and then we've got this correction for B, and then we've got that correction for C. So, right, something like this. So this is what we are seeing. So with this, it gives me A, B, C for this Y, and then for that Y to complete my 2. That's what I'm seeing on weekly. And then let's go on daily. So now on daily, I'm just gonna adjust so that we see. Since now we are not worried about this part, remember this one we are fine with it. We are fine with this part. We are more, so with this one also it's A, B, C to give me this B. And then, so, right, we want this part. We want this part for the B now. So we have that touch there and that touch there. So we adjust as we go. Remember this sometimes it's because of that they repent sometimes. You get what I'm saying? So right, and then this is my C, and then this is my Y there, and then that's my 2 there. So back in your mind, you know that okay, whatever that we're doing for what? For wave 3, right? So remember, because we noted that I don't know where did we write somewhere there's where we wrote that this is 78.6%. So we know this one. So I'm just gonna adjust it this one to this point. Just gonna make it small because that was the last touch. Okay? So back in your mind, you know, okay, this is what is really happening. So also the other thing that I want you to notice, like I said, there are waves inside waves. You have to notice also for this leg to be formed, there was 1, 2, 3 to give me that. Remember, I said to you that this market, it actually moves in what? In similarities. So we also get this from there to there to there to that point. Okay, so let me change this color to orange because these are inner ones, right? So we've got this, or else, yeah, and I just like changing colors. I mean, I use one, I don't like to use a lot of different warawaras, but I just use different colors so that I can know, okay, what does this one mean and this one, what does it mean? And also at the same time, we have this. From that point, we have, so we have this, so and then we've got A, B, C. So we have this, and then we have that. This C, it gives me this C, and then that C it completes Y, and then this Y gives me my wave 2 completion. So that's what you just have to know. And then this A, then this star. Okay. So, and then here, this is my X. So this is happening, guys. It's just like that. The market moves in that manner. So by doing that, they gave me A, B, C, or they gave me WXY. It will depend with which way you're gonna understand it much better. So I'm just gonna pause here and find out if we have got any questions so far so good. Any questions so far so good? Because I don't want to move very fast. I want to move so that you guys understand. Okay, so by doing that now, I'm no longer worried about this big one because I know because of this inner one, I have this part and that part. And also by breaking it down, now also I got this part. Okay, there's a question I'm coming. Now I've got this part and that part, right? So this first two touches, okay. And then I've got this touch there and that touch there. But I know, let me use this one, but because this one, it was inside, it was a running flat, it's inside, so it was a running flat. But otherwise, I don't mind about this one. Let me just leave it like that. Okay, this one is fine because that one was a running flat. But you must just know that they are separate, these two. So what does it mean? Let me actually label here before I answer that question. So this one, it means that I have got this X, then I've got A here, then I've got B there, then I've got another C there. But let me change it. Let me just try to upgrade this one a bit so that I can use the same color. Something like this. Okay. So let's go to the question. This strategy is more on LO. Yes, it's an LO12 there. To mostly do higher time frame. Exactly. That's LO12 strategy there. Okay, great. So that's what we see on daily. Now we go on H4. So remember, we don't have an entry yet. We are still analyzing. We don't have a buy in the sell position yet. So now on H4, now I'm now coming to my time frames where I'm about to get a signal intention. So we got this C, and then we got that. So you see they are lined up. These guys, they are soldiers, they mean something. So from there, now, this is where I am right now. Okay, I see that the market, it has broken out this trend. And then now they are coming for a retest. So in my mind, I know, okay, I have this zone. So how many of you still remember how to do the correct trend lines? Use the line graph. So now when you use the line graph, you check the highest point. That's the highest point. And then on average, okay, I'm left with 10 minutes. Oh, gosh. Okay, something like this. And then on my average, I have this point. Okay, this is how the market touched my zone. Okay, and then I go back to my candlesticks. So what does it mean? Now it means in this zone where I am right now, in this zone, this is where I'm expecting the market one to come and retest. Okay, so I have that in mind. I knowing that, okay, by doing that also, you can also observe that, okay, so this market is actually what it had formed sort of like what? A triangular formation, and this correction it become A, B, C to give me A, W, A, B, C to give me X, A, B, C to give me Y. And then in this case, so we are retesting here in this zone. Okay, so what am I looking forward to? I'm looking forward to buy in this case, but let me measure something. Assuming this was my impulsive leg to that point. Okay, and then what zone they came in? 61.8, 50% zone. Okay, that was a minor, and that was it's not a deeper correction, of which in this case it's 5. So and then I also consider it. So what am I saying now? So now I have something like this. Okay, I have something like this. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, now I'm going to my 1 hour. So same applies on my 1 hour. On my 1 hour, I'll check again. Like, okay, what is happening now? Check. So what is happening here now? We have an impulse, and then there's this correction. So like I said, in this zone, this is where you're looking for to buy. So for those who trade sessions, you look forward to see, okay, in the New York session, what are they gonna do to this level? So in the New York session, you have the level that you're gonna watch in New York session, which is this level. But I don't know on this one. So in New York session, you're watching this level. So this is the level that you're going to pay attention in New York session. Like, what are they going to do with this leg? If they do deeper, they will come in this zone, then they'll go up. So what am I saying overall? I'm saying that I'm looking for buy, because from what we have signed and what we did before, it's a strong buy trend. So this is a buy. So what I'm going to do, I'm looking forward to buy this market. I'm looking forward to buy. I'm not going to look forward for sales signal. So yes, guys, I think I've come to an end of my session. I try to be a little bit patient and also try to make sure that you understand. But we are left with about 6 minutes for question and answer. So the floor is open. You can now unmute yourselves and then let's discuss. You can unmute yourself and ask your question. Unmute yourselves, guys. And then let's ask questions. Let's ask questions. I'm waiting for you guys to ask me questions.
Hey, Mr. Nesbitt, how are you?
How are you, sir? Please, can you just also introduce us? Who are you and where are you calling or talking us from?
All right. My name is Lincoln. I'm calling from Shelley Beach, South Coast in KZN province.
Okay, great. Nice to meet you, sir.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My question is, since we're should I wait for the market to go? I mean, to fill this what you call this order block?
Yeah.
For me to buy or okay.
Okay. So then, like I said. Oh, sorry, man. Okay, you can proceed. You can proceed. Sorry.
Okay. All right. But what if the market decides to break it? Should it? Is it going to be what you call valid, or is it still valid, or I should wait for the market to close in the zone or above the zone?
Okay. So when they decide to break it, I believe from me, what they can do, the worst they can do, they'll come and retest this trend line here at this point, somewhere around this point, not exactly this point, but this zone. Or else they'll come in, but there is more into respecting this area. So what happens is usually what I usually do is I either take my trade during the London Open, or else I'll wait for the New York Open. So I don't trade trades in between. So yeah, so as you can see what they did, these guys, they're very clever. They came and gave you a buy signal here, right? And then they held you there. So for those who went in London session, they could have went in, and then they come now. That's why I choose swing trading. And swing trading is very painful because sometimes you go into deeper losses. But now, if you do day trading, you have to wait for session. You enter with session. You don't just enter. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is just look for more of an entry during the New York session, and also you have to understand the candlestick formation. So I think we will also do a topic about candlesticks. So how do you do that to form your confluence?
Correct. Okay. All right. Then just the last one. Where would my stop loss be if let's say I choose to buy?
Okay. Because that's actually with my type of business and my type of work that I do, I'm not allowed to give signals. But what I can do is I can give you an advice of what to do.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's unfortunate, man.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. But from what I see,
that's an idea.
Yeah. So levels that you have to keep in mind. Okay, the levels that you have to keep in mind is this one. This.
Okay.
and this one. So these are your I call your targets first, your first target.
Okay.
So you have got these levels in mind.
All right.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello. Who's that? Hey. I see
Oh,
there are a lot of questions here. So for those that I'm not gonna be
Rejoice.
able to
Rejoice from
answer your
Pretoria.
questions, please just text me on WhatsApp and then I'll respond to you. For those that I'm not gonna be able to answer their questions.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Rejoice from Pretoria.
How are you, Rejoice?
I'm good.
Thank you.
Good day, everybody.
Yeah.
Because I've been following this Euro USD for a while now. Ne?
Okay.
Are we likely to see a double bottom on the daily time frame?
Okay,
Like,
double
you
bottom.
looking at the Russia Ukraine war on that 1.00 level on the last spike there.
This side.
Yes, that
okay,
one.
but with this side now.
Also, like we can see a breakout of those two trend lines.
Okay, that's a very good question. But now let me teach you something about price action. So if you are to check these guys,
Okay,
these
sure.
guys are very clever. No? So what they did is this is a daily time frame. Remember?
Sure.
I'm just gonna try. So what they did, this we call it accumulation. So they accumulated from this day. Let me just choose my cross here. So from this was the first day they started this accumulation. Unfortunately, how do you do it with this? Okay, to this day. Okay, this one doesn't show me. I thought like the same as the MT4 one, but then let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 days for them to break out here. So they've accumulated.
And it might be a fake out as well.
So yes, so what is happening now? This is a potential retest of this accumulation. My time, guys. I'm running out of time. Please, yeah, let's continue this on WhatsApp, and maybe we can continue on the next session, which can be on Wednesday. But otherwise, thank you very much for everyone for joining. Looking forward to to work with you guys. Don't forget to register your live accounts with INFX, and also I am there to help you with everything. Otherwise, you have a good weekend. Goodbye.
Thank you so much. Bye.